Going live, 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 live. Slap a. Hi, good morning. It's match day, game day special. Yes, Nigeria versus South Africa. Amapiano versus Afrobeats. Who got the Grammy versus who didn't get the Grammy? Who was supposed to get Grammy and who was not supposed to get Grammy? Big Bottom versus BBL. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Big Brother Nigeria versus Big Brother South Africa. There is a whole lot riding on this one. Yeah, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegota TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthew. I'm going to try to be as fast as possible because I have a class to lecture today. So we're going to take it very, very fast. If you snooze, if you blink, you miss. You move, you miss something. But I'm going to let you guys dictate the pace today. You're the coach of the Nigerian team. You are Jose Mourinho Pesero. Yeah. And you are in charge of the Nigerian team. How are you going to play? Are you going to start Osimhen, who had an abdominal pain, but the doctors have cleared him? But I mean, you're going to say, you know what? Let's tweak it a bit. I remember a certain Bonferre Joe in 2000 decided to switch the game against Morocco and bring Finidi George into midfield. We won that one 4 goals to nothing, if I'm not mistaken. And then against South Africa, he switched the game again. He put Tijani Babangida on the left hand side, and it was too hot, too fast, too furious, too hot for Lucas Kadebe and Mark Fish. Fish had no water to swim on that day, and we beat them 2 goals to nothing. How are you going to approach this one if you're the coach of the Super Eagles? And let's not forget that South Africa have a coach that have won the African Cup of Nations with Cameroon. So it's not just someone that you sit on the side and say, oh, this guy doesn't have any idea. And for the coach of the tournament already, the South African coach wins it for me because he's got the most local-based players or home-based players, whatever name you want to call it, is working with a bunch of Mamelodi Sundown players, and he's performed Signs and Wonder Shimbamba. Okay, Signs and Wonder Shimbamba is the name of a Zambian player in 2012. Well, he's performing Signs and Wonders with this team, and you've got to give him some respect. You've got to give him some credit for doing the thing that he's done. For those of you who send me a message asking me, would I have a music bed on it? I think so. Probably after the African Cup of Nations, we eventually managed to go to the All African Games and come back. And if we're not able to get the sponsorship money that we're looking for, we'll still not go anyway. But we're banking on the fact that we will get it. I'm as positive as ever, that we will get it and everything will be fine. So I'm banking on that. And there's a whole lot. I'm gonna go to the Ivory Coast and get the voices of some Nigerians that are there. Probably Toby Adepoju to tell me what's the update, what's the situation, what's the mood like, what are they expecting, all of those things for today. And for you guys out there, I mean, what's your expectation? Just hypothetically, I'm not wishing them bad, but hypothetically, if Nigeria doesn't win today, will you consider this Nations Cup a failure? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is a success already. Because when we were going into this Nations Cup, I was one of those who said, you know what, we can't get past the group stage. If we get past the group stage round of 16, we're out and back because of the way the team was playing before, prior to the African Cup of Nations. And for those, some idiots were giving me threats. First off, if you come to my space and you say, oh, yeah, I can say anything that I like. Listen, you're not going to be the first to give me threats. You're not going to be the first to threaten me. Some have used luck, use the code. Some have used DSS. Some have threatened me, giving me death threat. They're all over my phone. One of the things you don't do on my page is come to threaten me because, listen, those of you say, if you see me on the street, you'll beat me. Like I always say, gentleman and me no dey the same state. I'm as bad as they come. I'm not bragging about it. The day these things that you guys are doing online, so they do am. The day you mistakenly meet me in the stadium or meet me somewhere in public and you carry that attitude, one of us go lose it too. You go change career because you will end up becoming a conductor or a motorpark agberu because I go give it to you completely. Because this new habit of, because I have an opinion that is different from yours, you think that you have the God-given right to threaten me. It's some for some of you, one person go end well. I just need to put that up front. I'm not one of those people who believe that, you're a journalist and you're a public figure, you should be nice. No, there's no niceness where I come from. There's no niceness. Eat or be eaten, kill or be killed, because that's the way the world is designed. Even God, that's the way he operates. I don't know who created that law of turn the other cheek, be nice to people, you're a public figure. I'm not a freaking public figure. I'm a hustler who's trying to have a living, who's trying to survive. So when you come on my page, behave well. If you think that the things that I'm doing does not work with you, unfollow me, unsubscribe, and move on. As much as I want a billion subscribers and followers and everything, I also know that the ones that are not good for me. I mean, I'm not going to get everybody. Prince is not Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is not Prince. Let's understand that so that everybody's fine. Okay, Joe is Joe, Arukeli is Arukeli. Davido is Davido, Burna Boy is Burna Boy. The Whiskey is Whiskey. We're not always going to have the same group of fans. The same way Cristiano Ronaldo is not Lionel Messi. Let's just get that settled and leave the space for those who know that Edafe is going to have is highly opinionated. Okay, Piers Morgan have followers and he also have haters. I'm just saying that. But if you think that your way of expressing yourself is to threaten me, okay, uh, you're going to get what you are asking for. You're going to have it. But let's move on to the conversation. Let's take a look at a press conference. A massive shout out to the guys at Channel Television for having me yesterday and a couple of days ago. I'm becoming a regular now. Very soon, I need to send my invoice to them so that I become a staff. Let's say Channel Television will be my side hustle. But I want to just put this up front. I think Channel Television, after ITV, Channel Television is the best organized, structured, program that I've been on. They send you a rundown. This is the first time, apart from ITV, that I am having a show prep, a rundown, minute by minute, how many minutes they will have you for, when they will go on break. Jesus Christ. You guys are good. The first one I thought it was a mistake. Then they did it again yesterday. And I thought I should mention it because the way it is, when something is not going right, we mention it. So when things are going right too, we should be able to say it. So South African coach Hugo Bros admitted he took great satisfaction from his side's TotalEnergies CAF African Cup of Nations semi-final qualification after years of pessimism surrounding the Bafana Bafana. This is what he's got to say. Bros guided the 1996 champions past Cape Verde on penalties on Saturday to set up a last one clash with Nigeria. The Belgian believes the achievement can boost South African footballer after many had written off their chances before the tournament. Okay, this is how he said it, quote unquote. He said, many people in South Africa didn't believe in this team, but we believed. And the players believed in themselves. Bruce stated after the quarterfinals win. Reaching the semifinals is great for South African football, which has struggled in recent years. Bruce reserved special praise for goalkeeper Rowan William Wilberforce, whatever his name is, whose shootout heroics were key to victory. When you have a keeper who saves 4 penalties, it's not luck. Okay, he was man of the match today, said Bruce. Okay, the coach also acknowledged the difficult task awaiting South Africa against a star-studded Nigerian side, boasting the like of Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, Trustekong. You can name an entire generation of those players. Okay, he insisted this squad will be ready for Wednesday, which is today's showdown, after banishing past doubts over their quality. Okay, the semi-final will be tough against Nigeria's great players, but we have nothing to lose now, Bruce stated. The players will recover and prepare, but staying focused is essential. After years in the doldrums, South Africa are daring to dream again, thanks to Bruce's vision and belief. Remember, the last time, The last time Cameroon won this African Cup of Nations, it was, It was Bruce that was their coach, and that's exactly what again is trying to achieve with this. But let me also tell you that the last time Congo have won the Nations Cup twice, and the 2 times that they won it, something very, very peculiar happened. In those 2 occasions, they played against the defending champion, though. How do I put it now? They played against the host. Sorry, the host. They played against the host in both occasions. And in today's semifinals, they're going to be playing against the host. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying everything. Okay. What do you think is going to happen? As much as we are all putting all our conversation around the Super Eagles and all that, but we should not forget that is very, very important to consider, because if you take your eyes off them, it's going to be very difficult. Again, those 2 teams that are on the other side, there is a whole lot to look at. So look at it from this side as well. Flip the script and say, would you rather want to play against a team that have the charm of defeating the host in the semifinals and going on to win it in the finals? That is, if Nigeria beats South Africa, or would you rather have the host country? But then the snag with that is that the host country will have the crowd, the weight of the crowd. Nigerian players also struggle with playing with the weight of the crowd. Remember, in Abuja, when we were playing Ghana, the stadium was filled to the rafters, over the top. I was there, so I know the stadium was filled to the rafters, and I still have video clips showing that our players were shaking. Yes. starting with Francis Uzo, he was shaking, he was jittery, and a few other players there as well. But hey, Francis Uzo is no longer with the team. We have the smiley face baby assassin who know how to command his defense, who know how to stop the opposition, who know, how to be at the right place at the right time. Some people say he's still not tested yet. I don't know. But then we also have a Super Eagles team that have learned how to neutralize the opposition. First of all, it was Sangari and Frankie Casey. They say, oh, those two would destroy us. Well, nothing happened. They said then it was Cameroon. They said that they are going to bring Abubakar back. Abubakar would do this, the destroyer of Brazil. Well, we made him look like Atiku Abubakar because at the end of the day, it was a failure, a serious failure in that game. Then they told us that Mafoluku was going to be the guy who would destroy Nigeria. Mafoluku for Angola. Mabalulu, this Mabalulu guy. This guy can do this, he can do that. As a matter of fact, he can turn Martin Alvarez to a Valley and turn a Valley to a Martin. Well, eventually he played against Nigeria. It was so neutralized, it felt like we had the Avengers playing for Nigeria. So that's how good the Nigerian team have been in this tournament. The team that nobody gave a chance, but they came into this tournament with the slogan, let's do it again. And we were all asking, do what again exactly? What are we going to do again? With a coach who had a big stomach like Aladura Band. But at the end of the day, once AS Roma sacked Jose Mourinho, what we ordered become different from what we got because we got Jose Mourinho style and Jose Mourinho defensive solidity. Man, Jose Mourinho went an entire English Premier League season conceding only 15 goals. Damn, 9 goals on the road and 6 at home. That is the most incredible performance. But let's not forget that in Italy, some time ago, a team scored 36 goals and won the league, and 2 teams scored 35 goals each and they got relegated. Yes, that team that scored 36 goals and won the league was AC Milan. It was Fabio Capello's AC Milan. That's football for you. Sometimes life can be very, very unfair to different people. Like they say, different Kuboko for different Aboki back. But anyhow, let's look at the stories. Nigeria versus South Africa. Revenge on the cards for the Bafana Bafana. Can they get the revenge? Can they, is this the game that they want to revenge on? Because this Super Eagles, again, look at this team. It's only Kenneth Omeru and Ahmed Musa that have won the African Cup of Nations. The rest of them are a bunch of failures that have not won anything on the African scene. And apart from Victor Osimhen, who's now the African Footballer of the Year, a lot of these guys are really not done it. And I'm not sure Trise Congo will be here for the next African Cup of Nations. Even if he's here, he's going to be the way Kenneth Omeru is, sitting on the bench or watching. And then the next World Cup. So this is a team that can start a generational movement where they go on to the next World Cup, get past the proverbial, because the World Cup is changing, the size of the World Cup is getting bigger. Get past the proverbial round of 16 and then move on, because there's no more round of 16 as it is right now in the next World Cup. It's going to be, after the group stage, you still get another big size of the World Cup, all of that. Well, I don't know what you think, but I'm expecting you to give me your thoughts on today's game. How would you play the team? How would you set up? Who's starting for you? Who's going to be on the bench? Who do you think you most likely will bring on if there is any need to change? At what minute of the clock you will bring them in? But let's not forget that after the 90 minutes of both games, because a lot of you will not start waiting for me to come on immediately after the Nigerian game. No, that's not what we agree on. Even though I am tempted to want to come on that time because that time favors me more than waiting. But exactly, a man who is moved by every doctrine is not going to find his bearing. You have to understand that when you give people your word, you live up by that. Okay, sometimes it's going to favor you, sometimes it's not. When Nigeria was playing 9 o'clock, it was good. But this time around, Nigeria is playing 6 o'clock. Well, we have to wait for Congo there so that we have a full conversation of knowing who we are playing in the finals or we're playing in the third place match. The good thing about this tournament right now is at this stage, everybody stays to the end of the tournament. Well, whatever you've got to say, just like I said before, this show is going to be very, very fast paced. So let's see whether what are they saying? Bafana saying they want revenge. Well, we played them 3 times in the African Cup of Nations, and all 3 times we've beaten them. So I cannot understand. In 2019 we beat them 2-1. The previously before that one we beat them 2-0. Then we beat them 4-0. So this is a team that falls into the category of teams that we normally would beat at any given time. So it's not a big deal to see that they are now spoiling for war. They are looking like, okay, you know what? Let's go there and do anything we can to win. Well, but let's get the mood in the camp and the players, what they're feeling, how things going for them, the journalists there, what they're saying. Let's start with Toby Adepoju. Toby, please come up and tell me what the mood is in camp, and let's follow that one up with Fatil immediately.
The team moved from Abidjan to Bouanké on Monday night after the final training section here in Abidjan. But the news that came out was that Victor Osimhen had some complications with his stomach and he will not be able to travel on Monday. A lot of jittery moments for football fans across the world. But I mean, good news on Tuesday morning. Victor Osimhen was cleared by the doctor who was working with him in Abidjan um, to be fit and able to travel to join the team in Bouanké. And on Tuesday night or Tuesday evening, we saw Victor, joining the team in the last training section in Bouanké. Team spirit has been great. Mentality of these boys has really been top notch. Discussion around we can do it again. They want to win the fourth AFCON titles, and there's a lot of motivation. I mean, Senegal are out, Morocco are out. They looks are the most, or they are the most rated country at this stage, and they don't want to leave any stone unturned. I mean, putting everything into it. A lot of players are playing with a lot of commitment. Some people are taking injection, painkiller just to, I mean, contribute to this team and play, sacrifice for this team. Even those not playing, motivate those playing on the pitch. Good camp atmosphere, good team bonding, and the manager, I think, he has done amazing well by putting this group together, working together, also focusing on the targets. But everyone is optimistic. I am optimistic. I don't think the guys have gone this far to allow South Africa to beat them today. I think they will put everything right, into this game. They will put every foot right into this game. They will fight for the country. They will fight for their personal self because, I mean, it's going to be amazing to be an AFCON champion, to win title, for your country. So, I mean, they will also understand everything at stake, going to this game. And I think they will fight. And then we hope that, football will favor them and also favor their works in today's game.
Okay, thank you very much, Toby Adekpoju, aka Oganla. You can follow him on social media. I mean, this got large following, about 100,000 followers on Twitter and counting. And he's got a blue tick in case you're looking for him and you see another organ lad. So those are some of the things that you should look at for. People are still asking me why I don't have a blue tick. I don't know. I don't have a very straight answer, but I don't think I write long epistles on Twitter, and I don't think I have the need to post long videos. Yeah, but I might get it eventually. I don't know, but let's just keep it there. Well, let's go to for me, my number one content creator from Nigeria, the best content creator, sports content creator in Nigeria, or from in and out of Nigeria. Fatil is for me my go-to person when it comes to, I'm looking for content. I want to enjoy the content because for me, I practically stay online, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram. I'm not addicted to it, but that's like my school. Okay. I'm going to school today as a lecturer, but I also have to learn from a lot of people, and she's the best. And I try to feel her pulse too because she's been dealing with all that comes with it, spending money and doing all that, creating content. I think that the content creators deserve to be appreciated by CAF because they've made this tournament larger than life, bigger. The official broadcast partners will not give you what happens on the street, what happens in different places, in different corners, but they've been able to pull all of that together. I saw the letter from AIPS, scolding the journalists that misbehave. Yes, I agree, but I've never seen journalists being appreciated for the hard work that they put into. Footballers play football, get paid heavy money, but at the end of the day, they get award. Whether it's African Footballer of the Year, whether it's European Footballer of the Year, whether it's Ballon d'Or, whether it's FIFA award, all of that. Coaches also get award, they get paid. Journalists don't get paid. Sometimes you have to spend your own money. Jamil Adelisi was just telling me yesterday that he took at 85% of his savings to go to the tournament, and when he ran out of money, he had to come back, even though the tournament have not ended. That's a young kid, right? Nobody's backing him, nobody's supporting him, and he just might go unnoticed. His pictures will be used for free by people. Some people would even remove his watermark. That's how bad it is. And sometimes I think that the journalists should be celebrated. And the fact that there is no forum where journalists are awarded for the hard work that they put into doing the work that they do, sometimes it really gets to me. I mean, I'm not asking for anybody to give me an award, but I think that these young ones who are really making, whether it's for the Nigerian League, whether it's the African Cup of Nations, whether it's the national team, they're doing all this sacrifice, they deserve to be rewarded. Well, for this guys, what you can just do for them is to follow them on their social media platform because numbers really matters. And if you're watching this and you think you love it, or probably my speed is too fast and it's putting you off, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be fast today because exactly 10 on the dot, I'm out of here. I'm going to school. I have a class to teach. Having said that, let's go to the beautiful, elegant, amazing, and adorable, wonderful, great content creator Fatil Adebayo. Yeah, Latifat Adebayo is her name, but on across all social media platforms, is Fatil Phatil. Okay, Fatil.
All right, so this is Latifa to hear someone. So it is match day in Bouake, Super Eagles of Nigeria against South Africa. The Bafana Bafana of South Africa, familiar foes with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This will be like the fourth time they will be meeting in recent times, and it looks like the Super Eagles according to all the stats, looks like the ones with the upper end. And seeing that they have kept it tight at the back all through this tournament, I am looking at them going the same way. We will probably see the same lineup as we saw against Angola in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, there were question marks about fitness level of some top players like Osime, but that has already been ascertained that he's fit and has joined the rest of the crew and already training. So we look forward to that game. I would advise that the team play to their strength as they have been doing all through this tournament. And yeah, victory will be ours at the end of the day and probably return to Abidjan to play in the final. Thank you.
Well, in case you're hearing noise there, thank you very much for for that one. One of the things you need to understand is she's transiting from where she was to where the match is going to be played. That's how much these people put on themselves. And see, as bad as the naira is crashing down, that's how the spending. Let me give you a good example. When I was making a budget to go to the All African Games for the 1 month or 3 weeks period that we're going to be there, let's say 1 month, right? The budget initially, as at mid last year's All African Games, because I planned to go to the Nations Cup and then go to the All African Games and hopefully go to the Olympics if I get the accreditation and the pass. That was the plan for this year, and probably also go to the UEFA Champions League finals. I don't know. That was the plan that I had in mind for this year. But you know how it is. They say, "Man propose, God dispose." Whatever God is disposing, now I know. But it go favor me this year, sha. Anyhow, we need to do, and I know. Whatever he choose to do, no. I don't need to go church for God to favor me. All the people who favor for Bible don't want to go church. Now let's move on in the conversation. The budget was Nations Cup, me and my producer, just the two of us. 5 million would do. Well, from the record, from what I've heard from people who's gone there, even on a single person's budget, 5 million naira wouldn't have done it for us. Would have been maybe 10 million naira. Now for the All African Games, because it is multiple sports, a lot. The plan is to take 5 people, and initially you're like, 10 million naira. Well, let's try and raise 10 million naira. As I talk to you, we'll never get 1 million. No. But let's try and raise 10 million naira. Do you know that when I drop the budget and I try to check up for accommodation, take for instance, 15 million naira Nigeria is 140,000 cities. Yes, that's about that's about roughly about $12,000. Yeah, that's about $12,000. So just imagine that I sit here and I'm looking for $15,000. That's what we need to get a comprehensive covering for the All African Games. And when you say comprehensive, we might not even do it totally comprehensive, but we'll try. And one of the reasons why I want to go to Ghana is to try and see if I can get the opportunity to interview people like Asamoah who I've been talking to, and a few other Ghanaian football legends for another part of my content and all of that. But we're still here. I mean, all of the people that give word now, some of them are not even picking their phone anymore. Some other people are still saying, wait, we're looking at the proposal. We'll go get back to you. So let's hope that they eventually get back to us. And I take a team of 5. Myself, Jamila Adelisi. The reason I want to take them, also one of the promises I made when I started this project is that as we grow, we're going to give young and upcoming journalists a chance to express themselves in their space on our platform. And Jamila Adelisi have been a fantastic photographer in the league, and you know that these guys don't get paid, right? So they spend all their money, they spend their time, they make this sacrifice. I just felt like the opportunity he gets from going to the All African Games might be very, very useful for him tomorrow for brand, for sponsors, and all that. So I've spoken to him, he's on standby. This girl who became an orphan earlier last year, Joy Jabulu, she's called Euphoria on social media, you can follow her. Also, I just felt like, okay, let's give her a break as she's preparing, as she's growing through the rank. Probably we would also try and get crowdfunding for her to go to the African Women Championship. And then we've got our star girl who, joined us last year, but she's a basketball player for the Nigerian national women basketball team, the Tigress, but she wants to do a lot of things in the media, and she's doing a whole lot. That's Teresa T-Mac. If you're looking for her on social media, Teresa McDangosi Azerbaijan. Okay, so all of that, and then our producer who this weekend will be going to Italy for the Viraggio Cup, okay, in Lucca, about two hours away from Milan. So all of that is the project for for the year, and hopefully we also are able to make it to the Olympics in Paris. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm the guy who always keep a positive outlook and hope that things will go good instead of just resigning myself to feel that, oh, the country is bad, nothing can work well. I'm not that kind of guy anyway. So if you know me very well, that's the way I work. Bafana Bafana, we're talking revenge. So let's see how it goes. The TotalEnergies CAF African Cup of Nations Cote d'Ivoire 2023 has reached fever pitch with it's crunch time now, as the basketball people would say. Semifinals lineup officially confirmed after Nigeria, DR Congo, South Africa secured their respective places alongside Cote d'Ivoire, the host. Bafana Bafana face all-time foes Nigeria in the first semifinals of Wednesday, which is today, the 7th day of February, in what will be repeat of the 2000 semifinals that saw the Super Eagles overcome the 1996 champion Togo to nothing in Lagos. Tijani Babangida, I salute you for your speed. The rivalry between the two sides will be renewed in Cote d'Ivoire as Nigeria chases their fourth title, while South Africa looks ahead to what has been an elusive second following the 2000 semifinal defeat. The Super Eagles edged Bafana Bafana in the quarterfinals in 2019 edition in Egypt with a narrow 2-1 win. The two sides have met 14 times, with the Super Eagles enjoying a lion's share of the result, with 7 victories against 2 for South Africa, with the remaining 5 ending in stalemates. Okay, so South Africa have also been pushing the envelope. Let's see. They try to push the envelope, but the eye of the needle have not moved. But Nigeria is really moving the needle in both the men and the women side. And South Africa, I mean, if you're a South African right now, you're watching this, you know that deep in your heart, if there is one team in Africa that you want to beat, it is Nigeria, because you're about had enough. Nigerian men will come take your women, and your musicians will take your music, your hard-fought music, Amapiano, and take it. That's why when we didn't win the Grammys, which is not a big deal as far as I'm concerned, and South Africans are like, oh, because you guys didn't win, it's not a big deal as far as I'm concerned. But this is on personal. But I know that South Africans were so happy that, yes, at least one thing that they didn't have to win and rub on our face on social media. Because, I mean, I was in Germany the other time, I met South Africans, and they just like Nigerians, you guys are loud. But meanwhile, South Africans are loud because when you see them, they're always singing this song. They're always, you know, that South Africans, the black South Africans, have not actually emancipated themselves from the slavery or the apartheid states that they are in. You could tell in their face, in their behavior, in their reactions to a lot of things. But hey, the same way the whole of the black have not gotten off slavery, even though it's ended over for I don't know how many 100 years ago. It's just what it is. But now we're playing them. I'm tempted to say that we're not rivals, but when you look at the history since 1992, when we beat them in Lagos 4 goals to nothing, and then we play 0-0 in Johannesburg, a game that we have no business drawing, but Richard Owobokiri chose that day to play, to forget his scoring boots and all that. And Rashidi Akini also was one of those days when you have a poor game. We ended 0-0, and since that time, South Africa have been seeing themselves like, oh, they are our rivals. I don't know what brought about the talk of rivalry anyway, but hey, uh yes, yes, you know, I mean, let me respond to this. You just ask yourself, why does South Africa see us as their rival? But then I now realize that we've actually played them a lot of times, and it is okay for them to think that, you know what, if these guys are rivals, we would kill ourselves when we see them. Okay, this will be another entry for the rich history books of African football, the Bafana Bafana, under the guidance of 2 former African champions. Okay, against a star-studded Super Eagles. The South Africans side is led by TotalEnergies AFCON 2017 winning coach Hugo Boss, who guided the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon to victory 5 years ago. The Belgian tactician is assisted by Helman Makaleli, a key member of the 1996 golden generation that lifted South African first and only African title. So those ones will count on their experience, where we have 2 people who have also won the African Cup of Nations in South Africa's home soil in 2013 in Ahmed Musa and French player of this team, Kenneth, my guy, Omerua. So probably that's the reason why they are there, to inspire this team to say, this was how it was when we won it. We want you to win it again. And if you look at the content that we put out, where Sylvanus Okwala was explaining how they won it in 2013, you could see a lot of similarities between that team and this team. Okay, so it will be an uphill battle containing an explosive Super Eagles side led by the dangerous Victor Osimhen and the red hot Ademola Lookman. Kickoff time at the Stade de la Paix in Boaké on Wednesday today is 1700 hours in Boaké. If you're in Nigeria, it is 1800 hours, or probably 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Let's forget this military terminology so that we don't put ourselves in a very tight place. So let me come to you guys. How do you see this game? What's your expectation? How would you want to set up? What do you want us to play? Let's say if it's not broken, don't fix it. But sometimes some people just want to overtweak. You want to do the Tinkerman, Claudio Ranieri, or you want to do the overthinker, Pep Guardiola. What do you do in this game? What's your plan? What's your game plan if you're the manager of the coach of the team? And then if you're the group of players, what do you say to yourself and say, okay, how do we go into this game? Let's be cautious, man. South Africa does not concede that much as we. They lost their first game, and after that, they've not lost a single game. We drew our first game, and after that, we've not considered the goal. We've not lost a single game in this tournament. So it's gonna be kind of a crazy one in this tournament. And let's not forget that we're not the only team who's not lost in this tournament as well. DR Congo have not lost a single game in this tournament. They've taken all the games the best way that they can take it, and they keep pushing it. So let's see how this one go. But it's time to come to your side. Like I always say, the first 30 minutes is for me, and then the next 30 minutes and going is for you guys. Today we're not going to cross the 10 o'clock mark anyway. Alafat say good morning, boss. I greet you on this Hamatan morning, my brother. Not be small something in Hamatan, eh? The Huakwa is Huakwaring. Yes, Latif Lasisi says good morning, good morning to you. Henry Morris says good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet. Let's like and share the link on our timeline. Thank you and God bless. First off, I want to say to Henry Moru, I'm really grateful. I see how you share the link of our show every day on Twitter, on Facebook, everywhere, even on your status. Thank you very much. And for those of you who live in Nigeria or in the abroad, if you want to order the best grilled fish, barbecued, what's it called, turkey or chicken or asun for your event, that's the guy to go to. Henry Moru on Instagram is at the grill, at the grill. That's a very easy one to search for. He can locate you anywhere and is affordable, but he does it very, very well. Top quality, top notch. But beyond all of that, is one that you can give support. And then for those of you who are abroad, say, oh, but we cannot order for ourselves here. Yes, I know you cannot order for yourself over there, but you can just surprise somebody who you know in Nigeria and say, okay, let me order for this person and send to them and deliver to them. You reach out to him and you get it. Is one of the best. And the kind of support that he give to this project, sometimes when we need to buy fuel, he's a go-to guy. Sometimes when we need to buy data, he's a go-to guy. So thank you very much, Henry Moru, and for always pushing it. I don't really know why you do that, but you've been an amazing support system to this project. God bless you. This is the only little way we can say thank you. And I hope that you guys will look out for him and follow him, and then also make orders so that it's business, and it's a business that is done by him and his wife. And I like family business a whole lot. If you know me, I always talk about keeping it in the family. Olafat says, boss, the coach of South Africa is doing well. 7 Mamelodi Sundowns players and about 5 players from Orlando Pirates, and this is what Egypt do in those days, conquering the continent with a bunch of Halali and Zamalek players. Johnny Gafar, my guy, say Edafe, I just joined. Who vexed you this morning? I'm not angry. I'm fine. I'm just in a rush. I have a class to teach. I have a bunch of young children. You know how it is. Wednesday is that day where I kind of say I run God's errand. Try to, the hardest work to do is to teach the Gen Zs. To teach Gen Zs, it's not as easy. So when you're trusted with that responsibility, you gotta be ready. You gotta be like Wednesday. You gotta wake up from the bed prepared. You gotta come out from the starting block like 50 Cent when he dropped his first album. You just have to be ready for them, because these kids ask questions that will blow you out. I think in one class we started in 2015. In 2017, one class, we just talk, it's a free-for-all conversation. I'm their mentor. And one student, one 18-year and 4 months old girl just asked me the question, what are your favorite sex style? Honestly speaking, that was the point where I got gritted teeth, punch, like I had to break this girl's jaw. But then you have to manage it. Like, okay, how am I? So it's not a normal school. School open and we're getting to know each other, and somebody with 16 years old tells you, I've had 9 abortions. Guys, put yourself in my shoes a little bit and tell yourself how you're going to do it. And then you get past that one and you think that that's like the worst you've heard, and then somebody tell you that I'm 21 now, and I've been raped by over 9 different people, from my brother's friends, my lesson teacher when I was 12, to my mother's pastor, to the guys in the prayer meeting, to the pastor's son, to God damn it, or the one who is living with her uncle, and her uncle uses her as a sex toy like every day. Like anytime he wants it, once the wife is out of house, okay, she's the whatever. There's a whole lot. Or the boy, I mean, it's much. It's much to deal with to the couple sometimes. When you go out there and you yell that, and then you come back and you look at your three kids and you're like, God, keep me alive. I've got to work hard and make sure I give these children the life that I don't know whether it is a life that they deserve, but something that will not put them in harm's way, or unknowingly. I mean, it's a hard task. It's not the regular. When I say I'm going to school, it's not a regular school, more like a rehab center. And then the ones that are hooked on drugs. It is through this project that I know all of, whether there's something called Molly, Canadian Lad, Colos. There's some names that Raf or something. I don't know, but that's a whole lot to unpack. And it was also this project that I found out that you see these dispatch riders that you have in Nigeria, in Lagos especially, is the Pablo Escobar network. So you have these dispatch riders, like they are the ones that police cannot stop, but they are the ones that really do all the distribution of drugs. And I'm like, wow, this is what's going down. Well, it is what it is. So when you have the opportunity to mentor those people and guide them out, and the beauty of it is that we're seeing the results. What we do at the COVID is not one of those things that you take picture, do selfie, and show off. You're not going to take people who are dealing with issues like that. But when I look at when they start, where they are at the end, and some of them have graduated, some are working with multi-choice, some are working with Showma, some are working in different places because we empower them with IT skills. Some of them are working in different places. Some have some show real educational capabilities. I was like, you know what, let's raise funds together and put this one in schools. Some have gotten admission, and sometimes when they can't, I used to give them a chance to come work in my studio, just to keep them going. And I've seen a whole lot of life transform through the process. So every Wednesday, when it comes to Wednesday and I've got to go to that class, I'm a different beast. I'm a very, very different guy. So it's not Johnny Gaffa, like you say, nobody offend, nobody vex me. It's just, in that mood, knowing that we just took a new student now. My first class was last week, Wednesday. And today is the day where we now open up and start telling stories. So I'm already preparing my mind, like, I go hear what today. I go hear what, especially after last week, 3-hour section with them. Almost everybody in that class have followed me on social media. So that tells you first. That's the first sign, okay, these kids are comfortable with you. Whatever it is you've shared with them, I've made an impact. Okay, now it is 1 week. I'm going to go back today, and oh God, my ear go full today. But I'm ready for it. Chika Ayalogo says, dear Mrs. Edafe. Mrs. Edafe, where are you? Please, this one is for you. Mrs. Edafe, please come. Mrs. Edafe. Where is she now? Mrs. Edafe is not feeling too fine. She's under the weather. But Mrs. Edafe, this is for you. Dear Mrs. Edafe, please, Allah Elegbete live stream is Bololo. I feel this is a viral moment that can catapult this YouTube channel to ESPN. Thank you. Mrs. Edafe, please. Are you sure? Even me, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be my viral moment, but I know that this year we're going to go viral. I have a very strong feeling in my heart that this channel, this is the year where we will look back and say this was the year where everything turned around. Because I'm just having that kind of crazy feeling, that feeling that I used to have when, like in 2012, when I told my colleagues in the office, like, the next World Cup, we're going to go to the next World Cup. I don't know how it's going to happen. And then 2 years later, we were in Brazil. I mean, it's just that gut feelings that you get, and you stay on it. You just stay on it and say, you know what, this is going to happen. Well, let's not deviate from the comment, because there's a whole lot of them, and let's not miss out on anyone's comment. And up front, let me tell you, full disclosure, a time is going to come, Shasha, you know that a time is going to come where we will not be able to read everybody's comments, even if we do the show for 2 hours. But when that time comes, please don't get angry. What we will do, we will now make it a bit difficult for somebody to repeat comments. So when you have a chance to comment, you will have to comment well, because once you make a comment, it will take you another 5 minutes for you to be able to comment. All of those structures are set. Just now, I just want everybody to be enjoying. So all this good morning, greet you, I hail. we will no longer have it because you want to be able to get everybody to comment. But guys, if you're watching right now, please click on the like button as well as subscribe to the channel, and we hope to grow. While we're looking for virality through my bololo, that some people are looking forward to. Jesus Christ, I know I'll be very very young. Like I'm not a fine guy, I'm not a Donald guy, but I'm also not a Obasanjo or Adams Oshomole. But I think if they barb my hair, skin, I'm gonna go closer to the Shomole side. Oh, I don't have a. Okay, let's leave it. Additional Alpha say good morning, Elegweta. Good morning to you. Say good morning, Elegweta family. I wish my Super Eagles all the best. Okay. Obvious, Peter. I say, what time is the game? If you're living in Nigeria, it is 6 p.m. If you're in Cote d'Ivoire, it is 5 p.m. But 6 p.m. Nigerian time, so you can calibrate your clock to wherever you are to know that one. I see I've I for channels. So I guess you wanted to say you see me for channels. The prof was on the show doing his thing. The word clearly they wait for you to shine your hair live. Elegbete must trend after we win. You know, guys, the funny thing, Cecilia. Now, so you see that score there, that score that we were last night. So for those of you who don't know, Swa is my blood sister. She's my relative. Let me say that I have a message for you. So this is from Chika Ayalogo. It's not me, it's Chika that said it. Dear Mrs. Edafe, please allow Elegbete live stream is Bololo. I feel this is a viral moment that can catapult his YouTube channel to ESPN. Thank you. That's they said no, they are giving you shaggy like Mrs. Edafe is doing you like this, Chika. Chika, this is what Mrs. Edafe is doing. Mrs. Edafe, please come. She's under the weather, but she's doing. See, that's the hand. Come. Your hand is not showing. You see, that's the hand of Mrs. Edafe. That's the famous hand of Mrs. Edafe. The hand that prepare all my good meals. You know, that's the hand. That's the hand that nursed my 3 kids. That's the hand that took care of my 3 kids and still taking care of all of us. Anyway, but that's the hand of Mrs. Edafe. You know, Mrs. Edafe is camera shy. He's very, very camera shy. Between the two of us, she got to media before me, but she's camera shy. I don't know why. Well, my wife used to be a producer at what's that TV station that you work with? Mrs. Edafe. What's that TV station you work with again? Clapperboard. Okay, so she used to be a producer. She used to be a producer at Clapperboard. All those late night movies that people used to watch at Clapperboard. I don't know what's Clapperboard, but that's what where she used to work. She was the one that was lining up movies, and that's today. Me and I, I've always loved movies anyway. Movies. So when you see Clapperboard back in the day, late night movies, all those good music, all those cartoon on the weekend, Mrs. Edafe was the one responsible for it. And when I'm doing shows, she's always, no, you can't wear this one. No, change your clothes. Go and dress that one. Mrs. Edafe is my wardrobe manager now. That's what she does. Well, Chris. Okay, so this man again is another one of those guys. You know, I'm surrounded by friends. People tell me how do you do it, Edafe? How do you survive in the Nigeria that you are in? So every now and again, I would have to show you people who turn up for me. Mr. Chris Iwa is somebody that is very popular. I can't even count his movies. There's so much. He's one of those people who made me watch Nollywood. You know me before. I don't really like Nollywood, but then I start having Ufuma Magdema, my sister. I forget that we fought on DSTV Matter, but she's still my blood. I start having a lot of friends in the industry, and the thing is, you know that if you're friends with somebody, even if they are doing a bad movie, that the movie is not good, but because they're in the movie becomes good. That's the way it is. You know how they say, if you not go shop oil because of yam, shop yam because of oil. But either ways, one way or the other, you will eat it. And Chris is one of those guys where used to work with FCMB. Okay, it's been my guy, my supporter since forever, since my brother days. This is the kind of guy who just calls you and say, "Yeah, I know how tough it is. Guys, send me your account number." Boom. And then he pushes you something that keep you going in COVID, in tough times like that. He just knows that, man, this guy is going through hell. Chris is one of those kind of guy that you just know that he's your backbone. He's there for you, and it's not one of those that wait for you to beg him or call him. He's just there. So Chris we say came in late here, but well done, bro. Thank you very much. As the UK, as the weather doing, you guys. I hear that it's a bit colder this year than previous years. I don't know how true that is. Additional Avma say, I am only looking after the game against South Africa. When we pass SA, I can start wishing for the opponent we can beat. Okay, Olafat says that nobody gave the team a chance, including me, but I never doubted the players. Me and the players, I even doubted. Say, play as a team, and you will go back even saying if they get to the semifinals, it's a miracle, and definitely it was a miracle. I'm gonna have a say, Olorogun, I greet you. Don't worry, bros. The night show will soon start. No verse. I know I'm keeping you awake right now, and it's not fair on you, but thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. I take it to heart. It's very, very important to me. Olorogun will say, I greet you, Honorable me. He say, I heard Zaidu is not likely to play today. That's what I heard, but until the match starts, I think what Nigeria is beginning to do some mind game. Suppose that is the case, would recommend that Omero comes in by shifting Basi to the left, and or you would prefer Alassane Yusuf. No, I prefer Meru. Alassane Yusuf is a midfielder. Let him say midfield, but I would prefer the earlier switch you said. Omero comes in, talking into the back three, even though he's a bit slow. It's my guy, but we have to say the truth. And then Kevin Bassey goes to the far right because he goes forward well and he knows how to cross the ball. Oluwaseyi Fadi Aini says, boss, in which competition did Odemwege score 2 goals against South Africa? Is it Odemwege or Tijani Babangida you're talking about? I can't remember that one, but I know that Masona Luko scored 2 goals against South Africa in Uyo, and Tijani Babangida also scored 2 goals against South Africa in the Lagos National Stadium. Wow, that stadium don't die. You. Oshiko Kevin says, I would have loved to play a mind game if I were the coach of Nigeria. Put Musa, Kelechi, and Chukwueze to start. Second half, bring in Osimhen, Simon, and Lookman. Jesus Christ. That's a gamble that is not too good. The alarm will just say Bafana Bafana is going to fall. I hope this is not the time they just sneak a win over us. God, I beg. Who go help? Not me right and I right. I say take right and there. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen since South Africa can go win. The alarm will just says I am happy Osimhen is back and the team is bubbling again. Olafat say boss. So you know like these content creators have added more value to the AFCON. I was on a space with topmost striker yesterday and he acknowledged it too. Yes, and Digital must say it's really not been easy for most content creators. They have made high sacrifice and the limelight the AFCON is receiving right now is both from the off and on the pitch content they have contributed hugely. The other one says, hey, Fatil, known her now for sometimes back on other platform. Kudos to all the guys. Well done. I have always said the game will have a lot of goals. I'm seeing over 4.5 and in Nigerian win. My brother, if you bet for over 4.5 with your house rent, now so your landlord will take you out of house. 2 of the most defensive team will get over 4.5. You know what over 4.5 means? Well, miracles are possible, so today can just be the day. Rafa Smola says, good morning. What is your take? Who to win? Okay, I've been giving my take since I think I've answered that question long before I even got to your message. Demola Ibrahim Abiodun say I'm going with the same lineup if everybody is fit. Yemi Dynamite, hey sis, what's up? How you doing? Sis, why are you always so serious in your pictures? So I went back to go and check all your pictures. And like, how can you have such a beautiful face and not smile in pictures? Please explain to me. Yeah, why don't you smile in pictures? You're too beautiful, too elegant not to be smiling. Why are you holding the smile back? Come on. Just share the smile with the world. Okay. Yemi Dynamite says, which kind of weird viral moment request be that? Now man, send that message. Well, man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know who to trust. But Mali, go complete the song, complete the lyrics. Yemi Dynamite say, good morning, Uncle. Good morning to you. Nigeria all the way. I agree. Pesero should stick to his winning team and tactics. Don't fix what is not broken. Osakwe Okechukwu says, good morning, Nidafe. The only change to the team I would want to see is at left wing back. I prefer Bruno Onyemechi to Zaidu. Okay, Bruno Onyemechi never get into competition mode. Don't forget that part. As soon as they give all the suggestion, when I think of those parts too. The alarm said this life is hard. People are going and have gone through a lot, even kids, my dear. You can say that again. Moses Abashola says today's match is going to be tight. Nigerian defense as usual, and then 2-0 if we go on to convert all available chances because SS defense is a bit shaky. And they never concede goals. Then they concede goals. And they take the shaky. I have always say Clapperboard was a popular platform that year. Yes, that's where my wife was bossing the things, running the programs, doing everything. That woman can be in charge when you put her in charge of something. She can be all in. Like all in. People say I'm like all in. That woman is like times 10 of me. She kind of like remind me of my mom anyway. Emmanuel Esi say in 2013, Omar Katugba promised to walk from Nigeria to Ghana if Nigeria wins Nations Cup. Nigeria won and Omar build on us. Please, my brother, keep to your word. I have kept my word in every time I say I would do something based on what I predicted. Okay, unfortunately, I have not had to live up to my word so many times. When I said Chelsea was going to win the Champions League in 2012, even Chelsea fans said I was mad. You know, Chelsea was having like the worst season under the Abramovich reign at the time. And I said, if Chelsea does not win the Champions League, I would do my show Umbrella naked and I will stream it. As in, I'm saying naked. I not even wear pants. And that was crazy, Sha. Larry Sandwich's wife, you know, they are churchy people. And she called me and said, wait, do you realize that we are the owners of this radio station? And this thing you just said now, if you do it, do you realize that we will sack you? And not only sack you, we will completely cut you off. Well, eventually they sacked me and they've cut me off anyway. So that time I didn't read the sign. It's already been in their mind since that time. You know, so I'm like, yeah, it's me. I mean, that's why I keep saying to people that one thing you cannot blackmail me with is a sex tape. Me as Dafi. I grew up in a place, if you grew up in Warri, picture this in your mind. I grew up in a place called Oakman Street. The first ever gambling I ever got involved in is naked, waka from end of the street to the junction and back, like completely naked. It was a thing that we did on a regular basis. On your birthday suit, you just take off somebody, the person that is your birthday will hold your clothes and you walk. Sometimes when you do it finish, the person does soak your clothes for water. You have to run naked to your house again and go and change. You understand that kind of shit? And then somebody's like, I would do that. I'm looking at you like, can you try something else? Can you do something else? Like this ain't shit, man. And I'm not a pastor. I don't run a congregation. I'm a bad boy. Like very, very bad boy. I'm not the good guy that you the emotionally blackmail. All this one, some people send me death threats. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is wrong? Grow up, like do something, find something important to say, not be this one. This one need to work. Doesn't work with me. Okay, let's move on. The line I say, okay, I think I pass out. Moses Obashala says to this match, I think I've read that one. I avoid say clapperboard. Okay, Emmanuel say in 2030. No, I'm not Omar. Omar is my guy anyway, but I'm not going to bail out on you guys. If we win it, we'll go skin the hair. It's my baba self, My baba they look forward to this thing more than anything. Like, oh, bros, I could be the baba. We could do for your show. I could do like that. My baba is evil. I'm going to do it. And now, I mean, I said it on channels again. I try to live up to my word. That's the reason why I don't say that much about things, but I try to live up to my word. Kalejaye Ibrahim. Okay, this guy, I'll call him my PA, my secretary, my manager. This guy, this is the definition of ride or die. This young man, he's in Kaduna, but I don't think that there's anybody I know in my system that loves this project more than this guy. And that's the truth. This is the kind of guy when you blow, you tell him, where do you want your house? You buy a house for him. What's your favorite car? You buy a car for him. Like what Kevin Hart did with his team, right? That's the guy. That's the guy on my team. This guy. Yeah, I don't think I ever stress anybody like I stress him. Fantastic guy. And he's the one person who showed me that I can be part of your project even though I am not in and around you. Okay. Works in Kaduna, selling tomatoes, and is looking for a very decent woman to marry. I'm advertising him. He's available. He's a bachelor. He's ready and available, but I need a God-fearing. Okay, so that's a very cliche word now, God-fearing, but a responsible woman to marry. Let's leave all this God-fearing. Nobody will fear God. Kalija Ibrahim says, watching from the Iceland of Kaduna, Nakwana Elegbete one of sports. It's a Super Eagles Day. Let's do this. Keep up the good work, boss. Thank you very much. Wonderful guy. My pillar of support. The guy I can always call on to help me break down some digital things when I run into confusion and I don't know how to do them. The line says, so Mrs. Idafe was the one behind all those night action films on Clapperboard TV. Well done and thank you. I used to stand up and creep to the parlor silently to watch the channel. You know that thing that we used to do when you're young? You go finish, you call on the TV will call the talk. You think our parents don't know say we they go there. Now that you are not an adult and a parent, Do you know how sick, how foolish you now realize you were back in the day? Because now when our children did one, once they're on that TV, you don't wake up. So you think your parents don't know? They know. Okay. Finance professionals say Odemwege scored in 2004. Did he score 2 goals in that game? I think it was one, and then the other one was scored by Okocha Abia. Let me they confuse that now. MMA say you asked yesterday where they for originate the worry sapless slangs. Punkby, is it punkby? I don't understand. Make I explain to you. That means when ice cream seller, the press. I don't understand. I don't understand one thing that is written the MMA. Based on children when get a big pumpu, okay, abdomen, navel, pumpu. Oh, I know that story. Don't. I'm just, I'm just being playful. I know all the story. My younger sister have a very big abdomen back in the day, So we know that pumpu, 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 pumpu. I know. Fatutu Abiadu say good morning, but one of Nigeria. Sorry for Sanusi, but maybe that is Providence forcing the coach to make changes. He should, but is reluctant to make. Okay, Olafa said the National Stadium in Lagos will come back to shape after Tesla Balogun Stadium because of the high numbers of teams in Lagos. You have no idea. You have no idea. I, in collaboration with a few other people, brought £2 billion investment for that stadium. The people with the powers that be, there are certain people who want to use that stadium as a real estate. You have no idea. This thing that you talk. First off, the National Stadium Lagos is not a state stadium, so there's no connection between Tesla Balogun and that stadium. Don't even go there. You have absolutely no idea. This is where Americans will tell you this conversation you are getting into is above your pay grade. Shut up. Get out of it. Arotorega said the professor himself, he say, make them not make me shout today. You go shout. You go really shout. You go shout. MMA say to the game at hand, keep the starting lineup as it is, but push Kevin to the left wing and let Kenneth Omero complete the back three. Yamida might say, funnily, my friends tell me I am never serious when taking pictures. Uncle E, I just decided to reduce what I share online to limited editions of me. So you decide to share the ones that there is no smile. Better share the pictures that have smile with me so that I can have them on my status at least. Let me know that I have my little sister smiling face as a memory in my head. Okay, Yemi Dynamite say, would they wait for your barbing skin? Arotorego says, hope say Osime don't read you. I know 1 year say them should bet the mama fly you. Okay, you dey cry, you see the zero. MMA say, I feel Nigeria will win 2-0. Osime will score 1, if not the 2. Okay. I go Edward. He say, good morning, my brother. Big Blue to Sound Africa today. I don't understand. South Africa, you want right, I guess. Henry Maru say Ibrahim Kalajaye we know they listen to advice. Peter, I want to know that I give a bad advice now. They listen to somebody who be say don't settle your life. Now idiots now. Make it they listen to Peter first. That Peter we don't settle your life. We go soon call invite us for naming ceremony. Okay. Ejela say life sweet growing up, not be smart something. I mean that I say I miss extra cool and night movies. It was really fun growing up. Steven Tomiwa says Pesero looks like a tournament manager. All this talk, one at the talk, it did different. Okay. Apostle TC Moses say it is our time. Emilocompeople.com. Nigeria all the way. I have voice to say goal scorers Yobo, Okosha, penalty, Odewege, Nigeria 4, South Africa 0. Okay, 2004 was a 4-0 game. Okay, I think you got me now. Olafati say that's why I love listening to you. Always learning from you, boss. Thank you very much. Thank you all the time. Well, it is 58 minutes on the clock, and it is exactly 10:01. I told you we're not going to push this show into extra time. I have a class to teach. That assignment is as important to me as growing this YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe. If you did not like it, no problem. You have a choice not to like it. But do well to subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, tell your friends to come in. Tonight we'll be here again to do maybe 1 or 2 hours, depending on how the last game goes. But immediately after the final game, we're going to have a show. Shout out to everybody who's been on the show today. God bless you. Have yourself a wonderful day. My name, once again, is Idafe Manchester. You love to come in the Lego Town Sports. God bless you and be great. Like I always say, if you cannot be the solution, please don't be the problem. And if you cannot provide a solution, don't stand in the way of those that are providing it. And Kalajaye Ibrahim says at Erimaru, and they listen to advice silently. Nah, you be idiots. Get out. You listen to advice, bad advice, and you listen to. Well, that's how I move. It's time for me to go to school and go and teach. Are they me Collins? Why are you guys coming late? And when I say stop them from both sides of the pitch, then over the play from the wing. I don't understand. Adeyemi Collins say almost everyone believed that the Super Eagles will carry the day against the Bafana Bafana of South Africa today. I hope it would not be disappointed at the end. Almost doesn't mean it's everyone anyway. But I thought say yes, it is. Semifinals of AFCON, we should not experiment, but I feel the coach need to make just one tweak in our front line set up somehow. I think in our front line setup somehow. I think we need find a space for Iheanacho either from the bench or from the start. Bye bye, everybody.